Welcome to tonight's tutorial. I'm hoping you can see me. I think you can now. We had a little bit of a technical glitch a second ago and I tried to go live and it just wasn't working, but we're here now. So thank you for joining me. I'm Pam Wrigley and I am a bridal hairstylist and a makeup artist. We're here on YouTube. We do every week, I do a hopefully fabulous bridal hairstyle for you. And tonight, let me just check if you can see me. Bear with me 1 second. I think we're live, but just let me double check. You know what? I'm going to keep going as if we are live. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to show you how to do a kind of 2-in-1 style tonight. If you have any questions as we go through the tutorial, please just pop your questions into the chat box. I will do my best to keep checking the questions, although for those of you that have joined me before, you might hi Louisa, thank you for joining me. For those of you that have joined me before, sometimes I get a bit carried away doing the hairstyle, so if I don't get your question straight away, please bear with me. You can always send the question again if the chat gets really long. So tonight we're working with short hair. We're doing a kind of quick hairstyle, so this would work for a bride or a bridesmaid. And I've already done most of the hair prep, but I've left 2 little pieces of hair here that haven't been curled. So I'm going to curl those for you on camera. So we're going to do a little bit of hair prep. We're going to talk about products, and I'm going to show you a very quick way of doing a kind of half up, half down style and transforming it into a low bun. So you could either do this if you're doing maybe a trial for someone, or if on the day maybe they wanted to have 2 styles. So you could do the half up, half down first, then get the bun, then they can easily take the bun out and they go back to their half up, half down style, maybe for the evening, for the dancing. And hi Adwa, I'm glad you're looking forward to tonight's tutorial. It's going to be a fabulous one. So products, let's talk products first of all, shall we? And we've got a little bit of mousse in the hair, and I started off with my big sexy hair mousse, which I love, and blow dried the hair. And then the heat protector we're using is my Silhouette Styling Care Lotion, which smooths and tames the hair and gives a little bit of gloss as well. And then for extra staying power for our ladies who've got fine hair or that likes to be straight, or thick hair that likes to be straight, this is a fantastic kind of hairspray, but I use it as a kind of hair prep product, and it's our L'Oreal Infinium Stronghold, extra stronghold hairspray. So we've already got the mousse on, a little spritz of Style and Care lotion, and then I've just got 2 sections here to curl. So we've got lots of kind of waves in the hair. Can you see lots and lots of kind of small bouncy waves in the hair? And the hair prep does take a little bit of time, but it's worth it because then the styling is really quick. So I want to give you a little tip here, a little trick, I should say. So I'm going to curl, and I've done the hair in lots of small sections. So rather than doing fewer big sections, I'm doing lots of small sections, and I'm using my Babyliss tongs, and these are 15mm. So they're a little bit smaller than the tongs that we usually use, because quite often you see me using the 24mm tongs, but these are kind of a couple of sizes down from that. They're just 15, but they're great for creating this lovely kind of wavy look to the hair. And what we're going to do is, with small sections at a time, so you think it's going to take longer, but it's actually quicker because you don't need to hold the curls. You don't need to hold the hair on the tong for very long. So we're going to put a bit of Infinium on there. And also the other thing, we want to get the wave to start quite high up the hair, and I'm waving away from the face. So what I'm going to do is, so the tongs are going to go on this side of the hair, and I'm going to curl it back this way. But in order to get this wave to start high up, I need to put a twist in the hair first of all. So let's get a twist. And depending on which way you're curling the hair, you're going to twist the hair in a different direction. So wherever the tong goes, so the tong's going here, so I'm going to twist the hair away from the tong. Let me just turn around a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. So there's the tong. Twist the hair away from the tong, and then you're going to start wrapping. And there's another twist and wrap, and there's a twist and wrap. And then, whoops, not meant to let go. Let me do that again. Twist. Don't let the other hair get in the way. There's the twist. And then I usually just hold it for like 10 seconds, and it's done. So just count to 10. And I think that's probably 10 already because I've been chatting away, and that's done. So let's do another one now. And really, I want them to come over here a little bit, but we can sort that out in a minute. So I'm going to do 3 here. So here we are. We've already got our Style and Care lotion. We've got our Infinium hairspray. Twist away from the tongs going on this side. If the hair was going over there, for example, and I was having the tong that side, I would twist this way. So this way we just get the curl. Let me just move that out of the way because it's going to be in the way of what we're doing. That's it. So we want the curl, the wave, to start high up, close to the scalp. So by doing this, and of course, when we do this technique where we're twisting the hair as we wrap it around the tong, that way we get that lovely waved effect in the hair rather than a curl. So she's going to get lots of beachy waves, but we want the wave to start high up. So, and of course, if you're twisting, when you're doing the twist around the tongs, you don't want to be twisting the first one in an opposite direction and then twisting the other way, because the wave will come out a bit weird. So you're twisting away, the hair's tong sitting on this side, twist away, wrap. There's the twist away again, wrap. And there's the twist away again and wrap. And hold that for maybe 10 seconds because there really are just small sections of hair. That's it. So 10 seconds is enough. Now this hair doesn't really want to go over here, so I'm going to persuade it by putting a little clip in, because I just wanted to show you what I did with my client the other day. And she had quite a deep side parting. So I'm going to force the hair on my practice head to have the same thing. So where's our twist going? Can you remember? So that when the tong's on this side, you're twisting away. Keep the tong high up if you can. There's the twist, back to flat. There's the twist, back to flat. Sometimes I just count to 10. And that's enough because it's such a small section, but we get lots of kind of separate waves this way by doing lots of small sections, and it's actually quicker. I'm going to do the end because I didn't quite get the end there. It's actually quicker than doing kind of small, more sections of thick with fewer sections with more hair in them. So you can do lots and lots and lots of hair really quick. Hold it for 10 seconds, let it go, move on to the next one. And then when you've got your little sections like this, I know she's going to end up looking all a bit like Medusa because everything's going to be a bit crispy, but don't worry about that. You can use a little bit. If her hair isn't too fine, this Creative Texture Structure Cream is great. If her hair is quite fine, you could use a lighter curl cream, something like the L'Oreal List Control, and we're just going to break that cast on those curls and smooth them with a little bit of product, and you end up with a lovely kind of beachy wave. So break that cast, make sure that the hair goes. It'll feel quite crispy when you first do it, but we want it to when you soften it, you just end up with these gorgeous little waves like this. Okay, so we've done all the head. Now my lady, she had quite short layers, so a little bit like this, and when they were curled, it was all a bit too crazy. But what we did was, she wanted a little bit of lift, so I just kind of took these curls and just positioned it. So she was looking in the mirror. She said she didn't want it to be too flat. Let me lift her up so you can see. It was such a fabulous quick style, this. So she wanted it, you could, you know, she wanted a little bit of height here. So we don't want too much back coming here. You could put a little bit of texturizing powder, but I think that's more than enough height there. So we're going to keep it all textured. Turn that around. You don't want it too high, because it's kind of, we want lift, but not too much lift. Twist those, we're going to work with those curls. A little twist. Pop in a bobby pin. And then get the next lot of curls. A little twist. And it kind of almost ends up looking like a little kind of, looked on the picture and it almost looked like it was braided, but it's not braided. It's just working with these different curls and just twisting them and playing with them a little bit and putting them in position, checking whether she wants more hair down or more hair back. Maybe that would be more than enough. Now, my lady as well that I did this with didn't like her ears. So when she came for the trial run, she was very wary. Her hair was quite short. She had fine hair and a lot of it. And she was really worried about her ears. So she was actually quite anxious when she came for the trial run, because she wanted me to do something with her hair, but she wanted to make sure that her ears weren't visible, her hair looked full and thick. So she had lots of kind of things that she wanted to make sure that she wanted to feel comfortable about. So if we do it this way, we don't, even though the hair's short, by just pulling it back a little bit, we're not bringing it kind of back. I mean, this lady's got tiny ears, so we have to imagine, but by not bringing it back too far and too tight, you could, if somebody is a bit worried about their ears, then you can kind of, you know, you can create this effect that in such a way that she doesn't need to worry about anything being visible. So we're just going to pick up a little bit at a time. We're playing with less hair on this side, of course. There's a bit of a gap here that I'm not too happy with, but we'll come back to that in a minute. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit of hair. I might bring her a bit closer just to make sure you can see. Pick up one curl, put your finger at the back of that curl and pop a grip along there. Along the scalp under your finger, check the front, make sure you're happy with it. Then you can pick up another curl and kind of start to bring it back a little bit. So it kind of ends up with a little slightly woven effect. So we've got another curl here, pick that up. So we're starting with these hairstyles. We're starting at the front of the hair here. And I think maybe that can come back. Let's hope, let me just see if I can tip her back a bit so you can, that might be a bit better. That's it. And I think maybe that bit back. So check in the mirror if your lady's, you know, is worried about her ears. Just keep checking in the mirror. Make sure she's happy with everything. That's it. And another one back. And you could, that would be your half up, half down. Done. You could pop some pretty little slides, clips in at the side if you wanted to, but that would be your first style if you were doing this as a trial run. Let me just get that so it fits in and doesn't, that's better, doesn't leave a gap there. Much better. You have to keep an eye when we're doing these styles. It's no good kind of just thinking it looks great from the front, because it has to look good from every angle. So it's really good to have the mirror there so you can see. That's it. Right, so we've got our half up, half down. Shall we do, and that was really super quick, wasn't it? The time here is the time taken for the hair prep. So if you were doing this for a bridesmaid and you didn't have very much time, then you probably would do, what I would suggest is maybe not giving her the choice of having so many waves, but maybe doing a few big chunkier curls. But I do love this because it looks like when they don't have very much hair, if you do lots and lots of small waves, it looks like they've got lots. When they don't have very much hair, it looks like they've got lots of hair. So now let's do our half up, half down style. So all we need to do is get a few grips, and we're just going to secure, and you'll see in a minute just how quick this is. And look at these lovely waves in the hair, and that's just by using, you might think it's kind of a bit crazy curly, but it actually looks fabulous, I think. And actually, you know what, you could even do this if your client had natural curls. You could imagine all this being her natural curls, and you're going to create a lovely kind of quick style with gorgeous natural curls. Now, natural curls, that's another ball game altogether. And we do have tutorials working with natural curls on our e-learning site. And we may have a couple here. Of course, you can always join me on my e-learning, on the e-learning site if you want to learn a bit more about becoming a bridal hairstylist. It's difficult when we work on YouTube to kind of show you up close and in detail exactly what I'm doing. But you can join me on the e-learning platform. We've got kind of high definition tutorials that show everything up close, personal, and in detail. Now, let's see, super quick. Remember, we're trying to be speedy. We've got a little bit of padding here. We don't have a lot of time. This bridesmaid's got to get out of here. So all I'm doing is using that bit of padding, and I'm just going to roll up, grab a bit of hair at the bottom, roll that padding up so that it tucks in, and then do you up and over either side. So we've barely done anything, but remember the hair is short, so it doesn't need a lot. Up and over, and that's already nice and secure, actually. That's it, lovely. And then all you need to do is continue with this around and just kind of tuck it in and just have a little play, and you'll be surprised how quick. Actually, I'm going to use a bobby pin, I think. You're just going to bring those sides round. Whoops, dropping my pins. Bring them round. Grip them in place. That's it. Pin that up. And you get this lovely kind of woven effect. Kind of messy little bun. Another bit here. That's it. This is going to be gorgeous. And it looks effortless. And also it means that if you've done something, if you've done a trial run, if you do this kind of thing on a trial run, like my lady couldn't decide. So that's one side done. It's a little bit there, needs pinning in. She couldn't decide which style she wanted to have on the wedding day. So she went away, took some photographs. She went away and she's going to think about it. So now let's pin this up so you can see how you can do shorter hair. So you don't you do big chunks at a time. Smaller sections of hair are better when you're working with short hair. Let's roll this in and pin that. Get that curl. So you're working with the shape of the curl. Pin it against the back of the head. That's it. And then we've got this bit left here, and you can just twist. Don't be tempted to kind of, once you've got the wave and you've softened everything out, don't be tempted to kind of pull your fingers through too much, because you can end up just making it a bit fluffy and a bit fly away. If you feel you need to smooth it out a little bit, then I would put a little bit of curl cream on your hands and just smooth your hands over the curl. That's a blonde pin. Let me see if I've got a dark one. That's better. In. Make sure it goes in. We've got that bit of padding there. Oh, look at that. We need to do something about that. So the padding is great for just providing you with a little bit of an anchor to pin everything to. Easy peasy. There's our gorgeous little textured, lovely kind of style. Now, one thing we haven't done is left any little bits down. So you can, of course, leave little bits down. I'll just get one more bobby pin. So you can always leave, because I just think from the front, she does look lovely, but maybe that could come in a little bit and that could come in a little bit. And we've still got the ears are still covered. Actually, it might be better to keep that down if she's worried about the ears and not bring it back. Maybe this one here could just come in a little bit. So don't forget our original spec was to create a soft style that had lots of volume, working with short hair and yet still covering our client's ears, because she wasn't happy with them. They stuck out too much. She might want a few soft bits down. My lady didn't want any soft bits down, but you'll always check, because your clients might want a few little soft bits down there. So we could always pop a couple of accessories in. So maybe just tuck that up a bit. A little pin, and that is an easy peasy gorgeous style. Got the padding there. You can, if you've got a few little sparkly bits, you can pop those in behind the padding. I wouldn't necessarily go down, because those pins might end up sticking in her neck, but you can certainly go kind of to the side, so that they go more along and into the padding. And there we go. Our gorgeous style that was, I think, kind of super quick and really gorgeous. She looks lovely. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's style. And oh God, I'm really pleased you could join me, Amanda. Thank you for joining me on this live tutorial tonight. And I have to say, I'm loving this style for short hair, for short, fine hair and big ears. So thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, if you think of a few questions, in the next kind of day or so about tonight's style, tonight's tutorial, or about anything to do with working as a bridal hairstylist, please get in touch. I'm here to help, and I will be with you again, same time, same place, 7 p.m. next Tuesday. Yeah, next week. I'll see you then. Have a great week, guys, and I'll see you soon. Lots of love. Bye. Same place, same time. I've covered that. Same place, same time next week. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't already. I always forget that bit, but hey, I'll see you soon. Bye.